Hola, go.
From the Iroquois Constitution. I am the Ganawida, and with the 5 nations confederate, lords, I plant the tree of the great peace.
Okay, very important. Confederate is what? It's a group united for the same cause or for a common reason. Okay? Yes. They are together for a common purpose. Okay?
I named the tree of the great long leaves. Under the shade of this tree of the great peace, we spread the soft white feathery down of the globe thistle as seats for you. Adonai Pope and your present lords. We place you upon those seats, spread soft.
Okay, stop there. Already we have 3 pronouns. You, your, and you. That is talking about the representative. Okay? That you is describing or talking about the representative that is going to be chosen here. Okay? Go on.
We place you upon those seats, spread soft with the feathery down of the globe thistle. There beneath the shade of the sprinkling branches of the tree trees, there shall you sit and watch the council fire of the confederacy of the 5 nations, and all the affairs on the 5 nations shall be transacted at this place before you.
Okay, very important. Everything that's going to happen in the 5 nations is going to happen before that what?
Election.
No, before that person, before that representative. So everything that happens there is going to be watched, or is going to be seen, or is going to be verified by that representative. Okay, very important. So our representative here is going to have a key point, a key part in our lecture. Okay, the council fire is very important. Okay, if you look at the papal conclave, you're going to have at some point that they're going to have a smoke through one of the parts of it, and when it comes dark, what does that represent? It represents that they have not selected a pope yet. When it appears white, it's a signal that they already selected a new pope. Okay, so every time those cardinals get together and they're going to select a new pope in the Catholic Church, you're going to see, like the people that are congregating in the St. Peter's Basilica, they're going to see that in that smoke, if that smoke is coming out dark, that means that they have not selected yet a new pope. They don't have a new pope. If it comes out white, that means that they already have a new pope. Okay, so that's the signal, and they're going to know that a new pope was selected. Okay, so the council fire is going to show other nations, part of the Confederacy, that they have a council meeting, and that's going to be their signal. Okay, go on.
Roots is spread out from the tree of the great peace, one to the north, one to the east, one to the south, and one to the west.
What do you think? One is going to go to the east, one to the west, one to the north, one to the south. What do you think they want, like the roots to go to every direction? What? It could be to communicate. What do you think? Remember, that tree is planted there for what? No, okay, but why is planted for what? For peace. So if they want those roots to go to the east, to the west, north, and to the south, so that you have peace all around it. Very good. Okay, so we have peace all around it. Go ahead.
The name of these roots is great white roots, and their nature is peace and strength.
Very, very good. The roots represent peace and strength. You have it right there in that last line. The roots represent peace and strength.
If any man or any nation outside the 5 nations shall obey the laws of the great peace, and make known their disposition to the lords of the confederacy, they may trace the roots to the trees, and if their minds are clean, and they are obedient and promise to obey the wishes of the confederate council, they shall be welcomed to take shelter beneath the tree of the long leaves.
Okay, so if, as a nation, if you're willing to respect these laws, to respect that constitution, you're able to go along and to be with them. Okay, so they're open to receiving new people here. However, if they're going to join their confederacy, it's very important that they follow strictly those rules. Okay, go on.
We place at the top of the tree of the long leaves an eagle who is able to see afar.
That eagle is very important. If you have seen throughout the years of the United States, what has been the emblem?
An eagle.
The eagle, okay? The eagle is going to be a comparison with the representative, okay?
The eagle what?
It's a comparison to the representative.
If he sees in the distance any evil approaching or any danger threatening, he will at once warn people of the Confederacy. The smoke of the Confederate Council fire shall ever ascend and pierce the skies, so that other nations who may be allies may see the council fire of the great peace.
You see right there, that fire is going to be a signal for the other tribes that they have a meeting and they have to just gather, okay? They have their signal there. Go on.
Whenever the Confederate lords shall assemble for the purpose of holding a council, the Onondaga, lords shall open it by expressing their gratitude to their cousins lords and greeting them.
So it's very important that between the lords, they have to be what? Companionship, and they have to show respect to the other lords, okay? That is very important here in that confederacy.
Between the lords,
Between the lords of the tribes are a part of it.
Pero they must show que
Respect and gratitude. Go ahead.
expressing their gratitude to their cousin lords and greeting them. And they shall make incense and offer thanks to the earth, where men dwell, to the streams of water, the pools, the springs, and the lakes, to the maize of the fruits.
Stop there. You see that they're giving you now that they have to cherish and they have to show respect, also gratitude to the what? To nature, okay? And since they are showing this, they're giving you exactly what are they showing respect or gratitude towards, okay? Paula, continue. Begin whenever they're Confederate. Read from there.
whenever the Confederate lords shall assemble for the purpose of holding a council, the Onondaga lords shall open it by expressing their gratitude to their cousin lords and greeting them. And they shall make an address and offer thanks to the earth where men dwell, to the streams of water, the pools, the springs, and the lakes, to the maize and the fruits, to the medicinal herbs and trees, to the forest trees for the usefulness, to the animals that serve as food and give their pelts for clothing.
The pelts are stripped animal skin, okay, that they use for clothing, okay? Like the buckskin that we were talking about in the Navajo Oregon legend. Go on.
To the great winds and lesser winds, to the thunders, to the sun, the mighty warrior, to the moon, to the messengers of the Creator who reveal his wishes, and to the great Creator who dwells in the heavens above, who gives other things useful to men, and who is the source and ruler of health and life. Then shall the Onondaga lords declare the council open.
Once they have done that ritual, their council is open, okay? Very important what she's going to read now.
All lords of the five nations confederacy must be honest in all things.
You have to be honest. Honesty is prevalent here, okay? Or what?
Honesty is the best policy.
Yeah, so you have to be honest. Plain simple, okay?
It shall be a serious wrong for anyone to lead a lord into tribal affairs, for the people must ever hold their lords high in estimation out of respect to their honorable position.
So they have to, the people, they have to respect that representative. They must respect and show gratitude, okay, towards that representative. Go on.
When a candidate lord is to be installed, he shall furnish 4 strings of
Furnish
shawls,
is provide, okay?
or one spanning length bound together at one end. Such will constitute the evidence of his pledge to the federate lords that he will live according to the constitution of the great peace and exercise justice in all affairs.
So justice, it has to be exercised. You have to have honesty and justice. We're gonna have 2 rituals here, 2 ceremonies, 2 processes. One before the council is open, and one to elect that new representative. Go on.
When the pledge is furnished, the speaker of the council must
The pledge is like a promise. Okay?
The council must hold a shawl string in his hand and address the opposite side of the council fire, and he shall commence his address saying, "Now behold him. He has now become a federate lord.
Behold is to observe. Okay?
See how splendid he looks," and address may then follow.
Very important. Every time that we have a new president selected or a new governor selected, what do? They do a ceremony, a preview ceremony, okay? And that ceremony is going to introduce that new president, that new governor, that new mayor. That's the introduction. Yeah. Let me go with Pereira for a bit and then we'll finish it up. Pereira, go.
At the end of it, he shall send the pawns of shield straight to the opposite side, and they shall be received as evidence of the pledge. Then shall the opposite side say, "Where we now do wrong you with the sacred emblem of the deer
Antlers.
the emblem of your
Lordship.
You shall now become a mentor of the people of the gift of the 5 nations."
Okay, very good. What's a mentor?
The receiver of memory.
No, a person that guides you. What else? Trains you, helps people. It's a person that helps people. A mentor is always there for other people. Okay. Go ahead, Maria.
The new paragraph.
The thickness of your skin.
The thickness of your skin shall be 7 spans, which is to say that you shall be proof against anger, offensive actions, and criticism.
What he's saying about the skin? It should be what?
Love.
Thick. Why do you think it has to be thick? That skin. So he's so like bullets don't enter. Why? Then what?
And kill you.
No, it's not for that. Why do you think it has to be thick? That
Negative things.
very good. He has to what? To overcome that criticism. He's going to receive criticism from people. So he has to be thick-skinned. He's going to have to be able to what? To sustain that criticism and just work with it, okay? Remember that this representative is not going to work only for himself. He's going to work for the welfare of all the people, okay? Go on.
Your heart shall be filled with peace and goodwill, and your mind filled with yearning for the welfare of the people of the Confederacy. With an able patience you shall carry out your duty, and your firmness shall be tempered with tenderness for your people. Neither anger nor fury shall be find lodgment in your mind, and all your words and actions shall be marked with calm deliberation.
Okay, very important. Yearning is desire, okay? And very important. What happens if this representative gets angry? What do you think it happens? If the representative gets angry, what do you think he has to do?
He has to calm down.
He has to calm down. He has to work with his what? With his emotions, okay? Go on.
In all of your deliberations and the Confederate Council in your
In your effort in law,
in your efforts at lawmark making, and all your official acts, self-interest shall be cast into oblivion. Pass not over your shoulders behind you the warnings of the nephews and nieces shall they chide you for any error or wrong you may do. But return to the way of the great law.
okay. Cast not over your shoulder the warnings of the nephews and niece. Very important. Even though it's a little child, you have to listen to what that little child has to say or the warning that it has. So you have to pay respect and listen to every citizen. Okay, go on. Look and listen.
Look and listen for the welfare of the whole people, and have always in view not only to represent but also in coming generations. Even those whose face are yet beneath the surface of the ground, the unborn of the future nation.
So you only think about not only the people that are alive, but what also? Not only the people that are alive, what? The future generations. The people that are going to be born after. You have to care for those people also. So basically that representative is a very important part of this what? Of this group, okay? That's very important. So basically, that will be it for our Iroquois Constitution. Thank you very much.